How you like the new studio?
Something's different.
Something is different.
It feels wider
Yeah.
and bigger
Yeah.
and a work in progress. But we have begun our venture into a new studio space.
Yeah, you guys are seeing the early stages, the work in progress. We're gonna paint the walls, add some furniture, put a little bit of spice on it everywhere, and you guys will get to see the entire process with us. We'll be doing weekly socials here from now on. If you saw our last video, we were in a different corner in our previous studio, and so now
The
we're in a new
migration
space.
has begun, so we're very excited
Yeah.
as this upgrades our content game going forward. So I was thinking about starting Instagram again. I haven't been on it for 4 or 5 years, but I remember a piece of content I really liked, I'm excited to explore, was Instagram TV.
Yeah,
What?
uh,
What happened?
they took that away
What do you mean they took that? When did they take that away?
a while ago.
What happened?
There's no more IGTV.
So then, do we just not do video on Instagram anymore?
No, we do.
How?
We'll talk about that in today's weekly social.
I'm Preston,
And I'm Alyssa.
and this is your weekly social. So what happened?
So, Instagram did remove their IGTV platform a while ago, and there's a few reasons to that. One of the contributing factors was just that IGTV was existing to kind of compete with YouTube and YouTube Shorts and all of that stuff, because IGTV allowed for minutes over a minute long, which was really nice. And people did, experiment with it and use it. The issue was that there was just confusion between, why go to the IGTV tab that they have when I can just watch the same thing on the feed? And so then there was a mix of like using but not using Instagram TV, and so then Instagram was just kind of like, we're just gonna
So the actual app is going to be removed from the App Store if it hasn't already been, and then all support and service for the project is going to be gone.
With that, another reason why is because when TikTok started getting super popular with their quick minute videos and everything like that, and it was just that bite-sized content, Instagram wanted to kind of do the same thing. And so then they came up with Reels, which is a fun feature that has been getting a lot more traction recently, which is really, really nice, and really, really fun to use. And so there was another level of competition, and so with Reels getting attention and everything kind of happening with IGTV, they just kind of plucked it on out.
And Instagram, trying to be an all-in-one content machine, you now have a visual feed, and they've now introduced an addictive video feed. So in case you thought your attention span was safe or people were easing off a little bit, you're mistaken. There are now multiple ways with the TikTok competitors that you will be on that app for hours. So be mindful, but also Instagram Reels has been far more successful than IGTV.
I don't know what
even
you're
at early
talking about. I
stages.
don't spend hours at a time
No,
on
of course not.
Reels. No, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about. That just never happened last night, yesterday, the entire week. So with the removal of IGTV and all these other new things coming out on different platforms, and Instagram just trying to keep up with everyone else in their own area, there are so many features that you can still do on Instagram. You can still regularly post. You can do single image posts. You can do up to a 10 image carousel on Instagram as well, and that's just for regular posting. There's the stories feature, which is kind of just like a brief snippet that you can record for, I believe, up to a minute. And it's accessible on your profile for 24 hours. You can also filter your stories into what they have as called highlights, and those highlights will be featured on your profile for till you take them down, really. And then on top of all of that, you can also use Reels, which is Instagram's other kind of like mimic of TikTok in a way. You can create up to a minute worth of video content. So whether that's doing an educational piece, doing something trendy, or even showing some process videos, that's what Reels is for. And it's very similar to scrolling on a feed. You're just scrolling on a video feed where you just scroll and then you get to kind of watch videos. So you can still do a lot on the platform, and they all play very nice together. And I do have to say that viewing Reels and your stories, all of it does connect really, really nicely on Instagram.
So now that there is a very robust tool set on Instagram, and they are kind of at the point where everything they've kept has actually developed and is performing well, what's the strategic approach? What should brands be doing with Instagram?
So with Instagram, there's a lot that brands can be doing. Kind of like what I said before with the stories feature, regular posting, using Reels, and those are all really good, like general things that you can do. Instagram also has a shop feature if you want to explore that, and that works for your business and your brand. The other thing is you can make bite-sized content. So with Reels, you can record up to a minute worth of content. And so whether that means that you fit everything into that minute, or you create kind of like a series, right? So here's part 1 of everything, here's part 2, here's part 3, and you can kind of make your own series. And with Reels, you're a lot more visible than you think. You get shown based on your hashtag still, you get shown based on the general feed, and so your followers and people that you're not following will see you a lot easier in comparison to your regular posting.
So for example, let's say you are an accountant, which is something that you think, this is not something worth a digital presence, but you can, in fact. You have a specific part of the year right up front, your Q1, early Q2, that is tax season, which is likely when you're the most busy. Part of that is, one of the common rules is show your work. So on your regular feed, you can show things like, this is the stack of papers we have to deal with this week, or this is how much, or everybody's sweaty office culture, or whatever it is you're doing. On your general feed, carousels of quick tax tips, or why you should file with us this year. And then, if you want to do video content, doing all right, this is an average thing. These are things that might get you audited, or here's a way to work with things, or even things as, are you working with QuickBooks? Here's a quick tutorial on how to do that. Like, your options for all of this are vast. On stories, key pivotal timelines, making sure since it's a 24-hour feature, you have 24 hours to submit all of your paperwork to us. Using urgency of your profession to maximize the point of your content. So there is, even on Instagram alone, if you've decided that is the platform that I'm going to stick with, you have plenty of options to build an engaged audience, attract attention to yourself, and subsequently start to carve out yourself as the expert in the field we know you are.
And creating that bite-sized content is a wonderful way to kind of relieve some stress when it comes to, well, what am I going to talk about? Well, you only got a minute to talk about it, so maybe talk about, like how Preston was saying, talk about how to use QuickBooks in this like quick minute video, or quick 10 slide carousel max. I mean, you can only use up to 10 slides, but if it fits in 4, use 4.
Or even as easy as show your work.
Yeah.
Huge.
Instagram's a really fun platform to use. All of them are. Instagram just has a lot of fun features that you can almost constantly explore and find new things, find new ways to do things. It's just a good time. I have fun on Instagram. I'm sometimes on Instagram more than I do most other things. So
in conclusion, IGTV, dead. Instagram video, alive and thriving.
Woohoo!
And in a very well-developed Instagram ecosystem. So, of course, it is still a good platform to use, still make video content for Instagram. And of course, if you need tips, help, suggestions, feedback on your Instagram strategy, or anything else at all, feel free to reach out to us at pullmanmarketing.com. And for more fun, work in progress studio sized content about all your social media needs, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll see you next week for your weekly social.
Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.